Let's face it, we can't filter the world. We can't control what other people wear or don't wear. We can't control how other people act or behave. We can't control marketing companies from trying to sell us hamburgers with sex. We can't tell grocery stores to stop putting fitness magazines right next to the checkout. What we can do, though, is control ourselves. We can control where we look. We can control where we don't look. It's all about putting yourself in a position to succeed. Now, up to this point, your eyes have probably been working against you. They've gotten you into trouble by looking at people you shouldn't be looking at. They've been staring when they shouldn't, or have been scanning a room for someone attractive when there was no need to at all. Now we're going to use your eyes to your advantage. Let me give you a quick example so you understand. Most people who've struggled with lust, a sex addiction, or pornography addiction can walk into a restaurant and immediately find all of the attractive men or women. The problem is they then use this information to give themselves the best chance to sneak a peek every so often. Now I want you to still scan the room, but to find out where all the safe areas are. You're not looking for someone to lust after, you're looking for somewhere to sit so that you don't lust. Sit in a position where you're only looking at your spouse or at a wall. Put yourself in a position to not give in to lustful looks or thoughts. Maybe your computer monitor at work is in a position to look across and see an attractive coworker. Move the monitor so that it faces a different direction. When you walk through a shopping mall, try and pick a route that doesn't go in front of the lingerie store. Those are some normal situations that you can be handling so that you can take your eyes and put them in a safe place. Now, what about something extreme? I have family that lives in South Florida near the beach. It's awesome. About once a year, my wife and I take the kids down, visit family, and yeah, we go to the beach. And the beach in South Florida is not exactly a safe place. Obviously, there are people not wearing much clothing at all, so it's definitely not safe. What's cool though, and something I figured out, the ocean itself is super safe. So I would stand at the edge of the surf and play in the sand with my kiddos facing the ocean. Anyone wearing a bikini is in the ocean, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, another crazy example was last year in 2017. I was a part of a ministry at my church called No Greater Love Ministries, and every year we go down and we go to Mardi Gras in New Orleans to help people, talk with them, pray with them, do things like that. But being in Mardi Gras, that doesn't change the fact that it's one of the single most lustful areas of the entire nation at that time. It's full of drunkenness and drugs and people just generally out of control. And where people are out of control, nudity happens. And we're smack dab right in the middle of it on Bourbon Street on Fat Tuesday. I'll tell you this though, my experience over those 4 days was very safe. There were situations where I certainly could have looked but didn't. And I didn't for a couple of reasons. One, I was there with a lot of other men who would keep me accountable. And two, I was extremely well prepared. I knew exactly what I was walking into. I was throwing myself into the lion's den. And as soon as I got into downtown New Orleans, I knew there was a possibility for something to go wrong. This left me on edge, sure, but I was also very much on guard. And my experience has been that I don't fail very often or at all if I know what to expect. It's a struggle for me when I don't know what to expect. So, although those are two extreme circumstances, like going to the beach in Florida or going to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, I actually was very well prepared because I knew walking into them that it could be a struggle. So I knew walking in where to look, where not to look, and how to protect myself. So I want you to think about what are some of the day-to-day experiences that you have to protect yourself against. Maybe it is the attractive coworker that you work with. Maybe it's the store that you work at. Or maybe it's just the out and about. Maybe it's the road signs or things like that. Pay attention to where you need to avoid. Again, we can't filter the whole world, but we can certainly make sure that we're avoiding the places that are causing us to give in to lustful thoughts that are then firing our pornography or a sex addiction. So write those things down, take a look at them, and see how you can find a route that doesn't go near those, or how you can put yourself in a position to succeed.